This is session 1 of a series that I'm calling The Light of the World. This is the beginning of John's account of who Jesus is, and he writes this. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made, and without him nothing that was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness did not overcome it. There came a man who was sent from God. His name was John. He came as a witness to testify concerning the light, so that through him all men might believe. He himself was not the light. He came only to witness to the light. The true light that gives light to every man was coming into the world. So this is John right at the very beginning explaining who Jesus is. And he says Jesus is the light that brings life to all people. Now, the property of light is that it enables us to see. It's also something that cannot be overcome, because darkness is purely the absence of light. So where there is light, there can be no darkness. The theme of Jesus as light is a strong theme right through John's Gospel, and it's always connected with sight. In chapter 9, we have the story of a man who was born blind, and Jesus healed him. And he said, this is to display the work of God. He said, while it is day, we must do the work of the one who sent me. While I am in the world, I am the light of the world. Now, the physical healing of the man's sight leads him to understand who Jesus is, while the Pharisees who saw the miracle still didn't believe who Jesus was. Chapter 3, there's a story of a Pharisee named Nicodemus who came to find out more about Jesus. He came at night, which is probably symbolic that he was in darkness. Jesus says, unless the Spirit of God gives life to your spirit, you cannot see the things of God. It's only through the Spirit that we can fully understand the things of God. In chapter 8, Jesus was speaking with people, and this included a group of Pharisees. And he said to them, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. The theme of light is very important in John's account of who Jesus is. And so that's what we're going to be looking at during the week. We need to also remember that the word see doesn't just mean physically seeing with our eyes. It also means understanding, really getting it. And in Scripture we hear the term, open the eyes of my heart. And this refers to getting a deep understanding that only comes through the presence of God. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life.
Don't know.